My name is Nick Loris. I'm the Executive Vice President of Policy for C3 Solutions. We've been getting a lot of questions about the ongoing wildfire crisis in Los Angeles and the role that climate change plays. But first, we want to take a minute to extend our sincere condolences and thoughts to the families who have lost loved ones, lost their homes, their businesses, and livelihoods to these fires, and to give a tremendous amount of respect to the firefighters who are risking their lives to put these blazes out as quickly as possible. With respect to the role that climate change plays on the frequency and intensity of wildfires in the western United States, there are so many factors to consider. In Los Angeles area right now, it's just a bad mix of weather that is resulting in making these wildfires uncontrollable. There hasn't been a lot of rain in that region over the past several months. Combine that with these huge, strong Santa Ana winds that originate inland and come up through the area. And when those winds are gusting at over 100 miles per hour and there is a blaze set, whether that's set by arson or a campfire gone awry or a car fire backstarting, all of those things can create a spark that just takes these fires and they can jump across highways, and they are creating so much destruction and can be very difficult and dangerous to contain. With respect to how climate change is impacting those conditions, there's a number of studies that look at everything from the wildfire conditions that are created in the western United States. There's evidence that the area is getting hotter and drier, so it's extending wildfire seasons. But there's also evidence that shows that warming could reduce the frequency of those Santa Ana winds, particularly in the spring and fall, and potentially change those wind patterns to right about now, more so in the winter than having these wildfires originate more in the fall. There's also a number of human factors to consider. Obviously, one that has been commonplace and acknowledged for a long time now is the mismanagement of lands, vegetation and forest lands. If you have a lot of fuel load building up in forests and in through this vegetation, that acts like a tinderbox, and it can result in these fires racing up to the top of canopies of trees and then just blowing across, making them very difficult to contain. This time around, it's a little different. It's not the forest that we know from Northern California and the kind of traditional forest fires that we've seen in the western United States. This area is more, the vegetation is more kind of shrubland. But if that is not properly managed, you can have similar effects where the fires are difficult to contain because the area is not properly thinned through active management. And that active management can look like mechanical thinning, it can look like prescribed burns, but it's something that the United States needs to do more of and has proven to be extremely effective in terms of controlling the size of these fires and controlling the cost economically and environmentally. We also have to be cognizant of the fact that more people are living in areas known as the wild urban interface. And this wildland urban interface, or WUI, if you have more people moving into remote areas where nature is meeting up with people developing, there is going to be more chances for some type of ignition to occur. And that all speaks to the importance of better preparation, whether that is hardening homes to make them more fire resistant, to increasing the use of technology like satellites and drones and algorithms to better predict when these fires may occur and when they're going to go, as well as that continued active forest and vegetation management, so when these fires do start, that they are much more manageable and controllable. Right now, we hope that these firefighters can put these fires out as quickly as possible, and we can get back to building Los Angeles and the California region to what we know it as, and really hope for the restoration of that area as quickly as possible, and learn the lessons necessary to implement the policies in place so that we can have better preparation in the future when a wildfire does